going to show you a bit of fun to do with the children. Now, this isn't something that children can actually do on their own because it involves knives, serious knives. What I'm going to show you is how to turn a melon into a frog. Now, this is quite fun and not difficult, but it does need a little bit of practice and it also needs a little bit of care. So first of all, you need your melon. And this is what I call a very suitable melon because it's a Spanish melon with the name piel de sapo, which actually means toad skin. So you don't need to have one exactly like that. You can use a Gallia melon or honeydew, whatever you can find. Before you start, you're going to make a shape with a big mouth, and the mouth is going to be filled with something, which I will show you later. So first of all, you need to make a couple of cuts. I've already cut, and it's now dripping on me, a small piece from the bottom, and that is simply to make the thing stand up without rolling over while you're dealing with it or while you're serving it. The next thing is you're going to make a big mouth, and the mouth shape is like that. And what you do is you cut the melon, you make a cut at the top and then another one at the bottom, and I've already done this, and then you lift it out like that. And this is the shape of the mouth of the frog. So I'm going to put him down now, and I'm going to put that back for the moment and show you the piece that I cut out. That's just a piece of melon that I cut off the skin from the top. Now that's the first thing you have to do, is just chop it up. Very easy, just chunk it into cubes. Here are the cubes, and I'm popping them all into a bowl here. So they can be smaller if you like, doesn't really matter, but that is the first thing that you're going to make for what goes in the frog's mouth. Now the rest of the melon, you have to make a hole for the fruit to go in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off and leave it off for the moment, and then I'm going to show you what we need to do to scoop out the melon. You could go on making chunks, but I think it's more fun to use a melon baller. And this is what you do. This is an old-fashioned tool with two different heads, a smaller one and a bigger one. I'm using the larger one. And what you do is you dig it in, lift it out, and then pop it in the bowl that you're going to be using. And you do this all around the melon. You do it around the outside first, and then you continue with the inside, because you want to get as much as you can out of the center of the melon. Actually, the center part is easier to pull out because it tends to be softer. So I'm just going to do about a half of it here because it takes a little while, and I'm just going to finish a bit on the edge because it's a good idea to take the edge out so that you can see what it is now looking like. By the way, what was in there before was a whole lot of melon seeds. You do need to scoop those out, and a lot of liquid comes out with them. So you can remove that if you like, but make sure you throw away the melon seeds before you do anything else. Now, this is the frog, and what he needs is legs and eyes. Now, the first thing to make the eyes, I've made some small cuts in the top of the melon, and it's just a line here, another line there, and I'm just going to remove those small pieces, one on either side. And that is so that you can fix in the eyes, and we're going to do that a little bit later. The other thing you do is you have to take this piece that you have cut off and you have to turn that into legs. So here I'm taking a sharp knife, and I'm just going to cut right down the middle of this piece into two, and it's quite very hard skin to cut. And there are your two legs. So the legs are, I don't know exactly what a frog's legs look like, but these are going to be my frog's legs. And I'm going to cut a little bit off one end so that they don't have points at each end. So I cut those off. Now, the small bit that I took off the bottom, out of that, I cut two little feet. And these feet are just little pieces of melon which are going to sit on the end of the legs. Now we'll assemble it all later, but meanwhile I'm going to show you simply what is going to go inside this melon. And you've got the melon balls, here they are. Now we also have 3 other things. We have green grapes, and we have blueberries, and also kiwis. Now you can put whatever fruit you like. You can have raspberries, strawberries, blackberries, anything you like. I don't know what your frog likes to eat, but mine likes to eat a mixture of all of them. So I'm going to put the kiwis, pieces of kiwi, in there, into this bowl. And then the grapes are going into the bowl as well. And finally, a pile of blueberries. Now, I hope that you're able to get these things. I know it's difficult at this time to be sure that you're going to get any shopping you want. If you can't, just be easy with yourself. Choose whatever you can, and if you can't get fresh blueberries, you can try with frozen ones. So now this part is done, and we're going to start feeding the frog and put them into the froggy's mouth. So here they go. Here he is, very hungry frog. So he's getting all these things in. And then I think now is the time to put his eyes on. So here is a little piece of kiwi and a blueberry, which is on a cocktail stick. I've taken the cocktail stick and I've cut it in half, and then I'm going to poke it through the kiwi, and put it into the hole. So here we have the hole. It's a little bit tricky. I will lift it up in a minute to show you how it goes. And there it is. Let's just get it in properly. There we are. Here's one, and then here comes the second one, poking the kiwi slice into it and the blueberry. So there are the eyes of the frog. Now, the last thing that we have to do is to arrange it and get the feet going. Now, what I've got here is a large flat dish. Now, this may look like a fish to you, but forget about the fish. I like it because it's got scaly things and it reminds me of the sea or ponds. And so I think that's a good place for a frog to live. So you can see him properly. There he is in all his glory. And I think that the children will really like that. I do have to give you another really serious warning that the knives I use are very sharp. This one is a carving knife, a vegetable carving knife, which comes from Thailand. This is a grapefruit knife, and I also just have a sharp knife. So obviously, don't let the children loose with knives on their own, but I think they will really enjoy watching you making this frog, and they will certainly enjoy eating it. So I hope that you've enjoyed it, and if you have, please tell your friends. Bye-bye.